Hi, I'm Tanya Steele from Epicurious.com, and you're watching Around the World in 80 Dishes. Okay, we're making our pizza margherita, and we've just made the dough, and now we're going to cook the pizzas.
Okay, so now what we got to do is we have to flatten it out and get it ready for our ingredients.
Okay,
so,
this is the really fun part, I think.
Yes, okay, so here, excuse me for a moment. We're going to get out our little pizza peel here.
Okay.
And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we shape it.
Yeah.
Flatten it out. We're going to push the gas out. Okay. Move it around in a circle. Some people like to use a rolling pin. Others like to use their hand.
Yeah.
They like to pick it up. They like to stretch it. Again, you give it a little bit of stretch, and once we get it pushed out, then we can start to build our pizza.
Now, what happens if you don't have a nice pizza stone like this, or pizza
Then
paddle?
you can put it directly onto a greased cookie sheet.
Oh, you can?
Sure.
Oh, great.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you looking for some olive oil?
We can start with a little bit of olive oil. Personally, what I would like to do first is I brought with us some fresh basil and some fresh parsley. So what we want to do is we want to really give this a nice flavor. We're going to use some really fresh ingredients here. What I will have you do, if you don't mind,
I'll be your sous chef.
Is I'll have you slice this stuff nice and thin.
Okay.
I brought a nice knife for you. So just put them in a nice little pile there and chop
What about
away.
like this?
That's,
I've heard about
that's
rolling.
Excellent.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
In the meantime, I will drizzle our dough with a little oil.
Now that is the time when you do want to use the best oil you have, isn't that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
When you use good ingredients, you wind up with a great end result.
Yeah, it's so true.
Just like a pro. Look at that.
Now those are stewed tomatoes?
These are canned plum tomatoes, and the
Canned
reason that we're using these is because they're always in season and they always taste like a tomato. So we're going to sprinkle this with a tiny bit of salt and pepper. If you want to go ahead and put those fresh herbs on. And don't be stingy.
Really?
You can be as liberal as you like.
Okay, well I do love the fresh herbs, so especially the basil.
So you can see now that we're creating the colors of the Italian flag, and that's what the whole idea of Pizza Margherita was all about, was to not only make something very, very special for the Queen of Italy, but also to emulate the colors of the Italian flag.
And you're putting fresh mozzarella?
This is fresh mozzarella.
Yum.
And now some nice grated Parmesan cheese. You know, the Italians were never stingy about the amount of cheese that they put on
That's what makes their food so good.
their dishes. And so we're ready to bake it.
Okay, so how long does that go in the oven?
So this is probably going to go in the oven for probably about 15 minutes.
And I know that I saw that we have a finished, beautiful pizza right here. Ooh, this does look really good.
And so you can see how nice and golden brown that crust is. It's nice and crispy. The cheese is nice and soft. You can see the fresh herbs underneath. So whenever you're ready, dig in.
I'm ready. You don't need to give me an invitation.
Oh, that's awesome.
So good. Chef DiPerri, thank you so much for showing us how to make this pizza.
My pleasure.